Hello friends, and welcome to your FriYay Pick a card with me, Intuitive Rene. So lovely to have you here with me again on another Friday or whatever day of the week it is that you watch this video. Today's video is entitled Receiving Blessings, and we all need, deserve and want some blessings in our life. So today's theme came to me from Spirit, and Spirit was saying everybody, Spirit are constantly working on sending blessings to each one of us, but sometimes we're a little bit closed off and sometimes we don't always see the blessings that Spirit is sending. So that's why today's video is all about receiving blessings, to make you aware of the blessings that are there for you and how you can accept them and welcome them into your life and utilize them and what they're bringing for you. So it's going to be very interesting to see the readings that come out of today's video. So for those of you who are returning to my channel, who are regular subscribers and viewers on my channel, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your love and support. Thank you for all the comments that I've received this week on all the videos. I have absolutely loved reading them. Some of them have been just so amazing. Thank you so much. I know I don't always get a chance to reply to every single one of them, but honestly, I do read every single one of them and take them all into heart. So thank you so much. And if you are finding my channel for the first time, then welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy it here. And I hope you subscribe and click the little bell down below, which will let you know every time I post new content, which is 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I publish content to inspire you, to motivate you, and to help you live your best life, because that's what this channel is all about. And an extra special welcome to my Insight Club members. So that's my YouTube membership members. Extra special welcome to you. And I know this video is being made public on a Friday, but all my Insight members, they get it on Thursday. They get it a little bit early. They get to see all the content a little bit ahead of everybody else. That's one of the perks of being an Insight Club member. So how does my Fridays work? Well, I have a theme. I have a couple of questions which I've written down that Spirit have given me. I have a couple of decks that we're going to be using, and all you have to do is decide which bundle has the reading that you need. So let's perform some magic. So on screen now is an image of the bundles that are available to you. You need to ask yourself, which bundle is the one that's talking to you? Which bundle is going to have the reading that you need, the reading that you need to hear? So is it bundle 1? Is it bundle 2? Or is it bundle 3? Which bundle speaks to you, calls you out? Which is the one that's going to have the message, the reading, and the inspiration that you need? Right, so you know which one you're going for. You know whether you're doing bundle 1, 2, or 3. So as you can see, well, as you may have noticed by those, the decks that I'm using today is the Enchanted Forest of Enchantment. Let me get it right. Forest of Enchantment Tarot. This deck is just awesome. This deck reminds me of, well, it makes me feel like I'm getting a hug. It makes me feel like somebody loves me, somebody cares about me. The images are just so gorgeous. So that's why I've decided to use this deck today, because it really, this deck is like getting a blessing. It really is amazing and so positive. I absolutely love it. And then I am also going to be using the Law of Attraction Oracle cards. Because Law of Attraction is about attracting abundance, attracting positivity, attracting blessings into your life, and that's what our theme is. So those are the 2 decks that I'm going to be working with today, and I'm sure you're going to have an amazing reading. So if you've chosen bundle 2 or bundle 3, you don't have to watch through bundle 1. If you open up the description box below, you'll see the timestamps that can take you straight to that particular bundle. And yeah, but if you want to watch all 3, of course, you're more than welcome, and I'm sure you will get something out of every single one of the bundles. But let's get you straight there. So we're going to start with bundle 1, and then we will move on to the others. So we'll see you there. And welcome to those of you who chose bundle 1 as the bundle that has the reading, the message, the guidance, and the inspiration that you need in your life today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just already messing up my shuffling. So today we're working with the Forest of Enchantment Tarot to give us the information around us receiving blessings in our life. So receiving blessings in our life is the theme. You can see I'm shuffling the cards already. I have 4 questions that I have laid out that we need to be working with today to get the information that Spirit need us to have. And oh my word, this is going to be, let's try that again. All right, so as I am shuffling, let's set the intention, let's get into the mood. As I'm shuffling the cards, we're asking that the cards that we draw today be the cards that have the reading, the message, the guidance, and the inspiration that everybody needs to hear in their lives right now regarding receiving blessings from Spirit. What is important for us to know? What is significant for us to know? What is relevant? And what is the message that Spirit has for us? Let the cards we draw be in answer to the questions that we have, and may they be full of love, may they be full of blessings from Spirit as we open ourselves to receive the blessings. And so it is. Right, so I am shuffling and throwing cards all over the place. Gosh, really doing a terrible job of shuffling today. So the Forest of Enchantment Tarot is really a gentle deck. The artwork is just absolutely exquisite. And I always get such warm, gentle readings when I use this deck, which is why I've chosen it today. So, bundle oneers. Question number one, the first thing that we're looking at is what blessing is coming your way. So today's theme is all around receiving blessings. So the first thing we need to know is what is the blessing that is coming your way? What can you expect? What is the blessing that is coming your way right now? And the card that I'm drawing is this one. Oh, look at that. Okay. So we have the Queen of Spells. We have the, sorry, I didn't realize. Let's get it into focus. Doesn't want to focus. There we go. Look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? These cards are, look at the magic around her. Okay. Looks like she's dancing. So this is the Weaver of Spells, which is otherwise known as the Queen of Wands in traditional tarot. And she is dancing and she is expressing. She is performing at her absolute best. Okay. So this is the question we were asking here is, what is the blessing that is coming your way? What is coming your way right now? And the Queen of Wands is telling you that there is some changes that are going to be coming to your career, to the work, to the things that you do. There's a way that you're either going to be tackling it from a different perspective, or something's going to come to make it easier for you, or there's just going to be some change to the work that you do, the way that you do it, how you do it, why you do it, and all of those kind of things. And this is an absolute blessing. So if you are somebody who doesn't work, if you are a home executive, okay, there may be a gift that it comes your way, or somebody shows you a way of doing something a bit easier, a new recipe system, I don't know, something. But there's going to be, whatever it is that you do all day, whatever it is that you during the day, whether you are a corporate worker, whether you are a student, whether you're a home executive, whether you are a CEO of a company, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what you do, but just know that the blessing that is coming your way is going to make your work life a little bit easier. It's going to make whatever it is that you do a little bit easier. So this could come in the form of advice. This could come in the form of a physical thing. This could come in the form of an opportunity. So we need to be open and aware and open to receiving this blessing. Look how gorgeous she is. Love, love, love these cards. Okay. So the Queen of Wands is telling you that your career, the work, the things that you do, we need to change. We need to, can see how she's turning and moving and changing and adapting to circumstances. And you know, this is difficult. As humans, we're often quite afraid and scared and a little bit apprehensive about change, aren't we? We like things to stay the same way all the time. We do. We all like things to stay the same all the time. But what she's saying to you is that sometimes if we allow ourselves to shift and change, if we allow ourselves to adapt, if we allow ourselves to embrace something new, who knows what magic is going to be in that and how it's going to positively influence your life. So her message is change. Her message is go with the flow. It's about making the magic and allowing it to evolve in whatever way it wants to, so that you end up in a happier, better place than what you were before. I'm going to leave her on the table here in front of me. And I'm picking up the deck again, and we're going to shuffle. And this time our question is, how do we recognize this blessing? So we've got an idea on what area of life the blessing pertains to. But now let's have a look. How are we going to identify? How are we going to recognize it? How do we know, like when somebody taps you on the shoulder and offers you a piece of advice, how do you know if that's the blessing that's coming your way? So from the cards, we're asking, how will we recognize the blessing when it appears, when it reveals itself, when it shows itself? How will we recognize the blessing of the Queen of Wands? So let me do it front and center so that the camera focuses on it. Look how gorgeous these cards are. So look at the little troll sitting under the bridge, okay? So here we have the Two of Moons, which is the Two of Pentacles, which is talking about financial balance. So you can see he's crossing the bridge. The bridge is full of moss. I would imagine that bridge is incredibly slippery as well, okay? He's carrying a heavy load, and he's trying to walk carefully. He's trying to balance himself. And of course, there's always these uncertain kind of characters. There's always these uncertain kind of situations that could come out and disrupt us at any time. So how do you recognize the blessing when the blessing arrives? How do you recognize this blessing when it comes? Well, when you are feeling the most unbalanced, when you're feeling the most shaky, when you're feeling the most insecure, that's when the blessing is going to come. And you know, this troll that's sitting here under the bridge, initially we may think that he's bad. Initially we may think that he's just coming to scare us, to steal from us, to take from us, to throw us off balance or whatever it is. But maybe he's actually a kind-hearted troll. So I'm going to say to you, when it comes to looking out for the blessing, when it comes to looking out for this change, this activity that's going to bring blessings into your life, don't always judge a troll by his location or who he is or what he looks like. He may be there to help you. So if this chappie walking across this bridge, if he is about to slip and fall, that troll, because I look at that troll's face, and to me, he doesn't look like he's evil and bad. He looks like he's quite concerned, actually. So to me, the troll is quite concerned, and he actually just wants to come and help. He wants to come and make it and help navigate and help you cross the bridge, okay? So how do you recognize the blessing that's coming your way? It may be in the form of a troll. It may be in the form of somebody who you think is coming to throw you off balance, but actually they're there to help you regain balance. I like it. I like it. Right, picking up the deck again and going to give it a shuffle. So question 3, and when I was told to write this question down, when I was told to add this question to the list, I was a little bit like uncertain. It was like saying to Spirit, but why? That's a bit of a weird question. But anyway, we now understand. So the question is, why do you deserve this blessing? And the reason why I was like a little bit uncertain about it is because, well, everybody deserves blessings. You know, to me, it's quite obvious. But apparently, according to Spirit, we often don't think we deserve blessings. We often don't think that we've done anything to deserve it, because this is how we've been programmed. We've been programmed that you only get something good if you've worked towards it. You don't get a blessing. You don't get something positive in your life just because. And actually, you do, from Spirit all the time. So why do you deserve the blessing that's coming your way right now? All right, that one really flew out, so let's take that one. Let me put it front and center so the camera will focus. Look how gorgeous it is. Again, aren't these cards exquisite? So this is the Ace of Visions, and Visions is in traditional tarot is the cups. So there's a couple of things I want you to note about this card, okay? First of all, the shadow, the reflection, has got a crown and a necklace, whereas the swan there doesn't have a crown and doesn't have a necklace. So it's like, this is who we are, this is who we want to be, this is our reality, this is our imagination or our needs, wants, and desires, okay? So the question is, why do you deserve this blessing that's coming your way? And remember, the blessing is a change to whatever it is that you do. That's the blessing, okay? The blessing is a change to your circumstance, a change to whatever it is you do. Why do you deserve this? Because you're not living your true potential. You're living your life as an ordinary swan when you're supposed to be extraordinary. You're supposed to be extraordinary. But it's also saying to you that it's about a new relationship with yourself, a new connection with yourself, elevating yourself to the next level. Okay? That's what it is. That's why you deserve it. Because if you don't get the help from the troll, okay, if you don't get the help from the troll that you need, if you don't get the help from the troll that to help you elevate and get to the next level, you're going to just stay being an ordinary swan forever. Now, ordinarily, there's nothing wrong with that. Ordinarily being an ordinary swan, there's nothing wrong with that. That's absolutely fine. But you have the potential to be so much more. You have the potential to be so much more, and actually it's part of your life purpose. Let's show you again. Let's bring it front and center. So ordinary swan, beautiful, but here we have the crown, we have the jewels, we have everything fabulous that we truly deserve in our lives. And that is who you are. You deserve all of that. So why do you deserve this blessing that Spirit are sending your way, because you need to shine, you need to excel, you need to do well, you need to be surrounded by lavish, beautiful things because you deserve it. Okay, right, I like this. Picking up the deck again, and let's give it another shuffle. And our next question that we're asking is, what else do you need to know about this blessing? What else is important and significant? So we've identified what the blessing is. We've identified how to recognize the blessing. The blessing is going to be disguised by somebody who we would ordinarily be afraid of. And we've asked the question and identified why you deserve it. You deserve it because you deserve to shine. You deserve to be happy and content and to have beautiful things. What else does Spirit need you to know about this particular blessing? What else is important and significant for you to know about this blessing? What else? This one. Okay. So this card, let me put it there so that the camera can focus. Isn't this artwork just absolutely exquisite? So this is card 0. In this particular deck, it's called the White Heart, but in traditional tarot, it is known as the Fool. And the Fool card is about new beginnings. The Fool card is about embarking on something that you have not done before, embarking on something that you don't have any information about. It's a brand new beginning. It's a brand new opportunity. It's a brand new everything. But it's also about trust. It's also about having that trust here within your heart and soul to know that everything's going to work out the way that it needs to. It's about taking that leap of faith and stepping into the forest and knowing that you are safe, that you are protected, and that you're going to be okay. All right. So what else do you need to know? Whatever this is. So friends, whatever it is that you do for a living, whatever it is that you do every single day of your life, just understand that you need to just go with the flow. You need to just go with it. You need to create the magic. You need to allow the movement to create the opportunities and to create the magic that you need. The Weaver of Spells, let me just bring her closer again. Look at the magic around her. Look at the movement that's there. And look at the fact that her eyes are closed and she's just totally going with the flow. She's just totally going with the flow. There's no expectation. There's no judgment. She's trusting. Okay, she's got total trust in the situation, total trust in herself. And you know what? She knows what she's capable of. She knows exactly what she's capable of. Okay, so this is the change. It's the power, the strength, the tenacity, all of those kind of words that are coming at me right now. And Spirit is saying to you, just trust and go with the flow. Okay, don't question. Don't always wait for the strategy and wait for the plans and wait for everything to be written out in triplicate and all of those kind of things. Spirit is saying to you, just trust. Just trust and to go with it. But recognize though, that the help, the guidance, the inspiration, the motivation, the blessing that's coming to you is going to, it may be disguised as the troll under the bridge. Okay, it may be disguised as the troll under the bridge. You may think that he's here to throw you off balance. You may think that he's coming to knock you off, but actually he's going to be there to assist and to help you. So when the troll comes near and you think the troll's going to throw you off, actually no, trust. The troll is there to assist and to help you. And remember, why do you deserve it? Because you deserve to shine. You deserve to stand out. You deserve to be beautiful. You deserve to have everything that your heart and soul needs, wants, and desires. Oh, I love this. So I'm now going to pick up the Law of Attraction Oracle cards, and let's just see what the Law of Attraction, or how can we work with the Law of Attraction, and what else does Spirit need us to know to attract this blessing into our life, this change that is so desperately needed, desperately wanted, and desperately, deserved. Gosh, did you see that? They went flying everywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle and draw that one. Right. The card says, my creative workshop process works for me. So that's telling you this change that you need to execute, this change that you need to create, this magic, this dance that you need to do is your creative process. And it's telling you that your creative process works for you. It may not work for everybody else, okay? It may not work for everybody else. So you can't share your recipe or your process with somebody else and expect them to have the same results, because this is what Spirit is saying, is that your creative process works for you. It doesn't necessarily work for somebody else. And there's a little message on the back. So while you look at the picture, I'll read the message on the back for you. And it says to you, if you will use your time with an intention to collect data that you may bring into your creative workshop, you will find every day to be one of fun. Let me try that again because I sort of broke it. If you will use your time with an intention to collect data that you may bring into your creative workshop, you will find every day to be one of fun. So look at that, use that. That is absolutely awesome. So don't, with this change that's coming about, with this blessing that's coming about, with this opportunity that's coming your way, don't follow somebody else's recipe. Don't follow somebody else's pattern. Don't try and mimic what somebody else does, because that's what our weaver of spells is telling you. She's telling you weave those spells, but they're your spells. They're yours. They're not somebody else's. So don't follow somebody else's creative process. Stick to your own creative process. Stick to weave the spells that you want. Weave the magic that you know. Weave the magic that you need, and trust and believe that that is enough, because it is. Because it is. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 1 as the bundle that has the reading and the message, the guidance and the inspiration that you need, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that there was something that just gave you a sense of understanding, a sense of comfort, and something to look forward to, because this blessing that is coming your way is coming in a huge way. And I know this troll, he keeps coming back at me. You know, when we see the troll, we often generally run in the opposite direction because fear takes over. And I think this is why Spirit is saying you need to recognize it this way. So whoever you think is trying to knock you off balance, understand that they're the ones that are bringing the blessing to you. So don't be so afraid. Don't be so fearful. Allow and welcome them into your space, because they are bringing something truly magical and you deserve it. So with love and blessings from my heart to yours, until we connect again, you take care. Hello and welcome to those of you who chose bundle 2 as the bundle that has the reading, the message, the guidance and the inspiration that you need in your life right now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So today we are focusing on receiving blessings. It's about what is the blessing that Spirit has for you? How do we identify it? How do we welcome it into our life? And what else do we need to know about it? So I am working with the Enchanted Forest Tarot, and I am working with the Law of Attraction Oracle cards. So let's get into it. Let's get straight into it. So as I shuffle these cards, we're asking Spirit to connect with us. We're asking Spirit to guide the reading. We're asking that the cards that we draw today be the cards that give us the reading, the message, the guidance, and the inspiration that we need in our lives right here and right now. We're asking that the messages that come through be guided and protected by Spirit, and that they make sense and be relevant to each one of you. Whoopsie. And so it is. So friends, I have got 4 questions written out here that Spirit gave me to use today. 4 questions about receiving the blessings. And you know, I know receiving blessings sounds so frivolous and whatever else, but actually, you know, if we're aware of what Spirit are placing in our path, if we're aware of the blessings that are being sent to us, we can be more open and receptive to receiving them and to welcoming them in our lives. Okay, so this is why it's important that we know what it is that's coming our ways, and how do we identify it, how do we see it, so that we can take advantage of it when it is placed in front of us. So the first question we have is, what blessing is coming your way right now? Okay, so we're asking Spirit now, what blessing is coming your way right now? For all of you who chose bundle 2, what blessing is coming your way right now? And this card is coming out. Oh, these cards are exquisite, so I'm going to make you see and look at absolutely every single one of them. So look how gorgeous this card is. Just look at the artwork. And this is the Keeper of Challenges. So the Keeper in traditional tarot is the king, okay? The Keeper in traditional tarot is the king. And here we have the Keeper of Challenges. And challenges has got to do with swords. Traditional tarot, this is the King of Swords. And you can see how thoughtful he is. You can see how pensive he is. You can see how he is trying to sorry, the camera wants to focus on the card. So you can see how thoughtful he is. You can see how mindful he is, how deep in thought he is. So he's trying to understand. He's trying to comprehend. He's trying to fully embrace whatever it is that's been presented to him, or whatever it is that's going on in his life. So the blessing that's coming your way is the blessing of a clear mind. It's the blessing of understanding. It's the blessing of clarity of thought. So this can get quite complicated. What Spirit is saying to you is that maybe you've got thoughts, stress, anxieties, there's something that you are imagining, perceiving, or thinking. There's something that's got sitting on your mind, and the blessing that's coming your way now is the understanding, the clarity of this situation that's got you focused, that's got you thinking. So you might have a problem in a relationship, you might have a problem at work, you might have a problem with your finances, you might have a problem with something in your life. There is clearly something that's occupying thoughts, and you're sitting and always like thinking. Just look at him again. You know, you can see by his facial expressions, he is so deep in thought. He's trying so hard to fully comprehend, and you can also see by the way that he's sitting. Let me bring it back a bit. You can see by the way that he's sitting that he hasn't moved in a while, okay? So whatever it is that's occupying his mind, whatever it is that's consuming his thoughts, it's been doing that for some time. So we ask Spirit, what is the blessing that is coming your way? What is the opportunity, the blessing? What is it that's coming your way? And it is the clarity of mind, the clarity of thought, the clarity and understanding of whatever challenges and problems. And you know what a blessing is that? How absolutely awesome. I would much rather have the understanding so that I can put it aside and move on to the next thing instead of just sitting and worrying and sitting and worrying and sitting and worrying. Okay, so the blessing that is coming your way from Spirit right now is the blessing of understanding, of comprehension, and clear thinking. I love that. Absolutely love that. So I'm picking up the deck again, and now we're going to shuffle, and we're asking now, how do we recognize what is the right thought? Because again, you know, I understand when you've got a busy mind, when you've got all these stresses and all these worries and all these concerns going on in your head, when we have an idea or when we have an epiphany or when we have a thought, how do we know that that's the right one? Okay, so our blessing is about the clear thought. The blessing is the understanding. The blessing is the comprehension of whatever it is that's occupying our minds. But how do we identify the right thought? How do we identify the truth? I like that. How do we identify the truth? So how do you recognize this blessing when it is presented to you? How are you going to know when the blessing is right there? And the card that I'm drawing out, oh my word, is this one. Oh, look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? I love it. Look at his, he's got quite the friendly face, but I also wouldn't mess with him, isn't it? Isn't he gorgeous? So this is card number 4, which is the Forest Lord. And the Forest Lord in traditional tarot is the Emperor. And the Emperor is about being strong, brave, courageous. He's the strategist. He's the one who comes up with the concepts. And he's the one who controls everybody. He's the delegator. He's the one who makes sure that everything is perfect. He makes sure that everything works the way it's supposed to. What he isn't is about feelings, okay? So he's about logic, strategy, action, plans, all of those kind of things. That's who he is. Look at him, he's gorgeous. So he knows exactly what's going on. He is in control of his environment, his circumstances, and his situations. He doesn't care about feelings and you know, what's going on. He's all about that. So the blessing that's coming your way is the blessing of clear thought. It's the blessing of having the understanding, the lack of worry, the lack of stress, the lack of anxiety, all of those kind of things. That is the blessing that's coming your way. How are you going to recognize it? By paying attention, okay? By paying attention to your thoughts and by recognizing it's the thoughts that have no emotion. I know that sounds terrible. I know that sounds absolutely terrible, but you'll understand when you pay attention to the thoughts, when you pay attention to the inspirations that are coming to you, you will recognize when it is a strong thought, when it is a confident thought, when it doesn't have any ooh, but maybe, it's got none of that kind of emotion, okay? There's no insecurities. It's strong, it's solid, it's all of those things. So when your thoughts are Emperor, when your thoughts are Forest Lord, you will know that that is the one that you need to be paying attention to. That is how you're going to recognize it. There's no emotions, there's no if, buts, and maybes, there's no insecurities, there's no doubt. When the thought is strong, brave, courageous, when it is all of that, then that is when your blessing will be appearing, and that's how you can recognize the blessing. Right, I like it. Leaving that on the table, picking up the deck again, and I see I have got my deck all upside down. So the next question, and this one was such an interesting one, because when Spirit said to me to put this question in, I didn't understand it, okay, because to me, it was a bit of a weird question. but Spirit did explain. They did explain themselves. So the question is, why do you deserve this blessing? And the reason why I sort of had a bit of a problem with it is because doesn't everybody deserve blessings? Doesn't everybody deserve a little bit of happiness? Doesn't everybody deserve success, joy, abundance in their lives? And Spirit says, yes, we do, but we've also been conditioned and programmed as human beings that you only get something positive as a reward for work and effort that you've done. Whereas this particular blessing that's coming your way it's not attached to only when you've done, or only when you've achieved, or only when you've whatever. It's not attached to that, okay? So this blessing that is coming your way now is coming to you just because you deserve it. So we understand, Spirit understands that, you know, you want there to be, well, I need to deserve it, I need to do something to deserve it. So Spirit wants to tell you why you deserve this particular blessing, why you deserve your worries and your anxieties to be less, why you deserve to have clear understanding of your circumstances, of your situation, and to recognize the truth through all the worry and through all the emotion. Why do you deserve this in your life right now? Ace of Visions. Just look at it. So look at that gorgeous swan, okay? So this is who you are. This is the way that you're living your life at the moment. This is how you present yourself. But this is what you deserve. This is what you deserve. And here you can see this swan, which is just a reflection, okay? It's just a reflection of you. It's just a reflection of yourself. But look at the crown. Look at the crown on the head. Look at the jewels. All right? Can you see that? So why do you deserve this blessing? Because you're not living your full potential. Something is holding you back from truly shining, from truly standing out, from truly being who you deserve to be. And this is Spirit's way of helping. This is Spirit's way of guiding. This is Spirit's way of elevating you to that place of happiness, of joy, and success. Success that you deserve. Because clearly, your worries, your stresses, and your anxieties are holding you back from being this person that you deserve to be. Your worries, your stresses, and your anxieties, and your thoughts are all preventing you from being and having all these beautiful things that you deserve. Pay attention to those loud thoughts. Pay attention to those thoughts that just make sense. Don't allow emotion to cloud your thoughts. Don't allow emotions to overtake and to overrule. And recognize, Spirit is saying that you deserve this. Spirit is saying that you deserve to live your life to the fullest. You know, there is nothing wrong with being an ordinary swan. There truly is absolutely nothing wrong with it. But how awesome would it be to be this glamorous and fabulous swan? We all deserve to be glamorous and fabulous. And this is what Spirit is saying. You deserve to be glamorous. You deserve to be fabulous. Why be ordinary when you can be extra? Let's be extra. Let's be extraordinary. So that is why you deserve this blessing. I love that. I love that. And I have to say to you, bundle one got the same card in the same position. Clearly, message from the universe. Right, picking up the deck again. So our last question, our last thought, or whatever that we're working on is, what do you need to know about this blessing? So what else? So we've sort of covered quite a bit about the blessing. We've sort of covered quite a bit about, you know, what Spirit is sending your way, what Spirit is bringing to you, and how to identify it, and why you deserve it. But what else does Spirit need you to know? What else about this particular blessing is important, oopsie, and significant for you to understand and for you to know right now? What is relevant, what is important, and what is significant? What else do you need to know about this blessing? And this one jumped on the table. So this is going to be your card, if I can get it to focus. There we go. Oh, look at it. Isn't the artwork in this particular deck just so gorgeous? So this is the 10 of Boons, and Boons in traditional tarot is Pentacles. I just have to note, look at the little puppy dog under the table. Look at that, okay? So here we have a family having a feast, sitting at the table. We've got dancing, we've got music, we've got celebrations and happiness. Just look at the smiles on everybody's face. Isn't this gentleman here? Isn't he gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. There is food aplenty, there is happiness, there is joy, there is abundance. We've got this gentleman at the back there, you know, making a toast. So the 10 of Pentacles is about having abundance. It's about having everything that your heart and soul wants needs, and desires. It's about having plenty, okay? Abundance, plenty, opulence, all of those kind of words is what comes through, which is why your swan has got a crown and jewels around its neck, okay? So friends, what else does Spirit need you to know about this blessing? This blessing of less worry, less anxiety, and less stress. Recognizing your thoughts and finding solutions to your stresses, your worries, and your anxieties. Spirit needs you to know that it's because your family, you and your family deserve it. You and your family deserve, and if you are so stressed, and if you are so worried, and if you are so anxious, you can't really participate in family gatherings. And as we get towards the end of the year, it's becoming more and more important that we connect with family. It's becoming more and more important that we have these kind of happy family moments. But we can't have these happy family moments if our stress levels are through the roof. So Spirit are going to give you the blessing to lower the stress, to lower the anxiety, to lower the worry, so that you can have the time to, first of all, look fabulous, have the opportunity to look fabulous, and to spend time with your loved ones. Spend time knowing that there is plenty. And again, this, if you look at the table and the food that there, it's not lavish, but there's enough. And isn't that all we want out of life, is enough? I think so. Enough is enough. We don't need to have excess. We don't need to have so much that we waste and we throw away. What we need is enough. And I think if you think about your stresses and what's worrying you and the concerns and the stuff that goes on in your head, it's mostly around having enough and being able to take care of your family. And this is what Spirit is saying. So how are you going to recognize it? It's going to be thoughts, ideas, inspirations that come to you that make sense, that are simple, easy, effective, that don't come with any conditions, that don't come with any only when or only if and once you have. It doesn't come with any of that. It comes with logic, sense, and accuracy. Plans. So listen to those thoughts, recognize those ideas, recognize those solutions. Know that you deserve it. You deserve to thrive. You deserve to shine. You deserve to do well. And Spirit wants you to know that connecting with family is the most important thing that you need to be mindful of right now. I love that. Absolutely love that. So I'm now trying to pick up. This is the Law of Attraction Oracle. Sorry, lost my thoughts for a second. So let's just draw a card from the Law of Attraction Oracle, because Law of Attraction is all about attracting to us what we need, what we want, and what we deserve. And I'm throwing cards all over the place. So let's just draw from here. What do Law of Attraction, what does the teachings of Abraham want us to know? How can we attract? What do we need to know? What is the message that Spirit have with regards to us attracting this abundance into our life right now? So I'm going to shuffle, and this card is the one that I am taking. I am not even going to say anything because there is your answer. It says within 60 days, it can be yours. Within 60 days, and 60 days go so quickly. So there is a message on the back of the card. So while you look at the front, I will read the message that's on the back. And the message says, as you give thought to your future, that may be 10 years or 60 days away, you begin pre-paving. And then as you move into those pre-paved moments, and as that future becomes your present, you fine-tune it by saying, this is what I now want. And all of those pre-paved thoughts will fit together to bring you precisely the experience that you now want to live. So that was actually quite awesome. Let's do that. Get it, screenshot, write it out, pause it, make a copy, do whatever you need to, because that message is so relevant and so applicable and so appropriate to you right now. And I think that's awesome. So like I said, pause the screen, write it out, take a screenshot, take a photograph, do whatever you need to. But I think that is so applicable. This is not going to get you anywhere. This stress, this anxiety, this worry, this whatever, it's not going to get you anywhere. If you, sorry, let me just come back to it. If you recognize the new inspirations, if you recognize the new strategies, the new plans, the new ideas, the ones that don't come with the emotion, if you recognize that, and if you recognize that you deserve all the good that there is, you deserve the crown, you deserve the jewels, you deserve all the happiness in the world. When you recognize all of that and you recognize the importance Within 60 days, it can be yours. But it's not going to happen automatically. You have to control it. You have to drive it. You have to navigate it. You have to make it so. So make it so. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 2, I do hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope that it gave you a little bit of hope, a little bit of insight, a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation to live your best life, because you do deserve it. You truly do. So, with love and blessings from my heart to yours, until we connect again, take care. Hello and welcome to those of you who chose bundle 3 as the bundle that has the reading, the message, the guidance, and the inspiration that you need in your life right now. Welcome, welcome. So today's theme is receiving blessings. I think it's absolutely awesome. I love how Spirit gives me the readings and the topics and the questions and everything. It is such an awesome experience for me, and then to share it with you is just even better. So I am working with the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. This deck is just awesome. The images are just amazing. That's the tarot deck that we're working with today, and I also have the Law of Attraction Oracle for you as well. So I am throwing cards all over the table as always. You guys know me. So let's get straight into it. As I shuffle these cards, we're asking today that Spirit draw near, that Spirit guide and protect us through this process, that the cards that we draw give us the reading, the inspiration, the guidance, and the motivation that we need in our lives right now. Let it be relevant and applicable to every single one of you watching, and may it give you the inspiration that you need. So it is. So our theme is receiving blessings, and I have got 4 questions that I have written down from Spirit that we're going to be working with. And receiving blessings, what blessings are we receiving? How will we know what the blessing is? How will we recognize it? What do we need to know about it? And how do we welcome it into our life? That's the theme. That's what we're working with today. So question number 1 is, what blessing is coming your way? What blessing is Spirit sending your way right here, right now? What is coming your way? What is the blessing that you can look forward to? What is the blessing that you need to look out for? What is the blessing of inspiration and guidance that is coming your way? And I am taking that card over there. These cards, this deck, the artwork is just exquisite. So I am going to show you each card in detail. So just get used to seeing it. Look how gorgeous these are. So this is the 8 of Spells. And 8 of Spells in traditional tarot is Wands. So this is the 8 of Wands, which is a card of change and movement. 8 of Wands is the card of telling you that there is progress, that things are happening, things are in motion, okay? 8 of Spells in traditional, well, 8 of Wands in traditional tarot is the card that says to you that there is change happening. And if you look at this card, the birds are all in flight. Okay, they are all in flight. They still don't need to take off. They are already in the air. They are already taken off. They're already in motion. So the change and the blessing that's coming for you, the blessing that's coming for you right now is already on its way. Okay, the blessing is already on its way. The change is already on its way. So with all of you who chose bundle 3, there is something that you're working on. There is something that you're holding back on. There's something that you're holding out for, something that you're waiting for, something that you're hoping for. And just know that it's been heard, it's been received, and it is already on its way to you. I often say when this card comes up in a reading, I often say that if I blindfolded you and I stuck you on an aeroplane, the airplane's destination is predetermined, okay? Everybody on the airplane is going to the same place, but you're blindfolded. You don't know, you can't read the signs, you don't know where the plane is going. Once the plane is in the air, once it's already taken off, you're allowed to take your blindfold off and participate as a normal passenger on the plane. There's nothing that you can do to change your destination. You just have to sit and enjoy the flight. Enjoy the in-flight movies, enjoy the snacks, have a sleep, whatever it is you need to do. Just enjoy the ride, but know that your destination is predetermined, and that's what this card is all about. So you don't have to do anything. You don't have to actively fly the plane, okay? You don't actively have to do anything. You've just got to sit there and wait for the plane to land. And once the plane lands, you will know where your destination is. You will know where you are, and it will be the perfect place. So just imagine if you've been blindfolded and put on a plane heading off to the most exotic location ever. If only, hey, if only. All right, friends, so the 8 of Spells is telling you that whatever the blessing is, whatever the change is, whatever this new thing is that's coming your way, it's already on its way to you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. It is coming, it is coming, and it is coming. It's already on its way. But this is not something that you're not aware of, okay? You're aware of this. You know exactly what this is. You know exactly what this is. This is something that you've been wanting, something that you've been working towards, something that you've been hoping for. You've already put the request out there some time back. So whatever that is, whatever thought is in your mind right now, let that be the blessing that is coming to you. So I'm going to leave that on the table. I'm going to pick up the deck again without dropping cards, and let's shuffle. Now we're looking at our second question. And the second question that we have from Spirit is, how do we recognize this blessing? So you may be, as much as you know what this is, you may have 2 or 3 things in your mind. You may have 2 or 3 ideas or 2 or 3 things that you're hoping for that will come through for you. And how do we recognize what it is? Sorry, I'm throwing all the cards. I'm really bad shuffling today. I don't know if it's this particular deck, but I'm really struggling with my shuffling today. Right, so this blessing that is coming for you, this change that is coming for you, how are you going to recognize it? When it arrives, how are you going to know that your destination has arrived? How do you know that this change has come about? How are you going to recognize this blessing that Spirit is sending your way? So friends, look at this card. So this is known as the Folly. In traditional tarot, this is the Tower card. Dum, dum, dum. So the Tower card, I mean, here you can see that this tree that has been so beautifully, exquisitely carved out, you can see that it's absolutely exquisite, but it has broken, okay? It has snapped, it has broken, and all the birds are flying out, all right? So the Tower card is not normally a fabulous card. It's normally one that everybody's afraid to receive in tarot. But the Tower card is saying to you that we have to break in order to set ourselves free. We have to snap off the top of the tree in order to let all the birds out. And as much as the house is now broken, but maybe it's now more functional, maybe it's now more practical. The question we were asking when we drew this card is, how are you going to recognize the blessing that Spirit is sending you? You're going to recognize it when you feel as if everything is broken. When you feel as if your whole life is shattered. When you feel as if everything has gone wrong. When you have that overwhelming emotion that everything is going wrong and nothing is going right, that's when this is going to happen. That's when this miracle, that's when this blessing is going to come into your space. But obviously what Spirit is saying to you is that things cannot continue exactly as they are. Something has to shift, something has to give. And in order for these birds to be released from this prison, from whatever was housing them, whatever was trapping them, whatever was keeping them there, they couldn't get out. They couldn't get out this door. They couldn't get out the windows. The windows are jammed shut. So it had to break at the top here to set all the birds free. And as much as that sounds dreadful, as much as that sounds really difficult and really uncomfortable, it's the only way to set the birds free. So how are you going to recognize the blessing that Spirit is sending to you? How are you going to recognize the blessing, which blessing it is that's coming your way? It's when you seem or feel as if everything's wrong. So when you feel as if everywhere you turn there's a problem, a challenge, an obstacle, like nothing is going right in your life, that's when you actually can stop, take a deep breath and exhale it out and know that Spirit have got your back. That this is required. Change is required, okay? We have to break something in order to have something better. We can't hold on to old ways, old systems, old processes, old feelings, old anything, because it doesn't work anymore. Change needs to happen, and it is happening. It's on its way to you. And when it arrives, it may seem destructive. It may seem chaotic. It may seem a little bit all over the place. But trust and believe that there is a process here. There is a purpose here. There is a reason here. And this is the blessing. And once this is done, once all the birds are out, let's think about it, okay? So let me put this again here. Once the birds have released, once the birds have flown away, now we can go into this house. We can enter through the door. And we can clean it up. We can tidy it up. We can fix this. And we can then have a beautiful home for ourselves. But while the birds were still in it, we can't share with the birds, all right? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't work that way. The birds' needs and our needs are all very different. So when the building breaks and the birds escape, it allows you to go in and to make the adjustments and the changes to make it more suitable to your needs. So that's how you're going to recognize the blessing. Okay, so picking up the deck again. Now we're asking. And this third question was a weird one for me, all right? So when Spirit said to me I had to include this question, I was like, but I didn't quite understand it. It didn't make sense to me. I was like, but why, you know? But of course now we do understand, because Spirit explained themselves to me, as they do. So the question is, why do you deserve this blessing? Why do you deserve this opportunity, this situation, this change, this whatever it is that's coming your way? And the reason why I was so confused by it is because doesn't everybody deserve blessings? Doesn't everybody deserve something positive in their life? Doesn't everybody deserve some goodness? I think so. I mean, I'm that kind of person. I believe that everybody deserves to be happy. Everybody deserves success. Everybody deserves abundance. I honestly, truly believe that. But what Spirit explained to me is they said that as much as, yes, everybody does deserve it, but we've all been programmed and conditioned in our lives that you only get a positive after putting in the work, after doing something. So you can't get a medal unless you win the race. So you can't get a blessing unless you do something to deserve it. You do something to attract it. You can't achieve anything without doing something first. Whereas this blessing that we're talking about today is not attached to a only when you do something or only because of something. This blessing is just because you do deserve it. And we understand that you want to have an understanding of like, well, why do I deserve it? You know, what have I done that makes me deserve all this positive that's coming my way? What have I done to deserve it? So let's see, what have you done to deserve it? Why does Spirit think that you deserve this blessing? Why does Spirit think that you deserve the abundance that is coming your way? And I'm taking this card. Look at the unicorns, look at the magic, look at the beauty. So look at the waterfall. Oh, these cards, the artwork is just absolutely exquisite. So look at the flowers. So this is the 10 of Visions. Visions in traditional tarot is the cups. And the 10 of Cups talks about the perfect family, the perfect home life, okay? So here we have our unicorns living in a magical forest. We've got Mama Unicorn, Daddy Unicorn, and Baby Unicorn. Unicorns are magical, as of course we all know. This forest is a magical forest, and this is the, you know, enchanted forest tarot. Unicorns are magical. Family is magical. And the reason why you deserve this blessing of change that's coming your way, the reason why the blessing is already on its way to you is because you deserve to have a happy family. Whatever family means to you, all right? Family to me, family to you, and family to the next person might not always be the same understanding, might not always be the same expectation. But understand, whatever family means to you, this is why you deserve this blessing that is already on its way to you. This is why you deserve the change that's going to come about, that's going to allow you to have the perfect and happy family that you deserve. So you don't have to do anything to have this happy family. All you've got to do is know that it's coming. Know that it's already en route. It's already on its way to you. Know that sometimes we have to break before we can be fixed. Sometimes we have to destroy something before we can create something perfect. And not everything fits your requirements and your needs. So don't think that just because this is the only property or the only house or the only whatever it is that's available, you don't have to accept it as it is. Sometimes we have to break the top off. Let the birds get out. Let the bats get out, whatever they are. I don't know if they're birds or bats. No, they're birds. Okay? Let the birds get out so that you can clean up, tidy up, and make it fabulous, make it beautiful, make it perfect for your beautiful, magical, gorgeous family. Next to the beautiful, magical waterfall in a beautiful, magical forest. The forest of enchantment that you deserve with your family. So that is why you deserve this. Right. So I'm loving this. I really am. I always have so much fun with my FriYays. Every single reading is like, oh, it's so beautiful. It's so awesome. Right. I am shuffling and throwing cards again. Last question. Question 4. Spirit wanted to ask, what do you need to know about this blessing? So we've already identified what the blessing is. We've already identified how you can recognize the blessing. We've already identified why you deserve this blessing. But now what else do you need? Okay? What else do you need to know about this blessing? So this is the question. What else do you need to know about the blessing right here and right now? What else does Spirit need you to know? What else is important and significant for you to know about the blessing right now? Let's shuffle and see what we get. And I am taking that card. So this is suspension. So here we have a person who is immortalized in resin, tree resin. And you can see there's dragonfly as well, but it is about being immortalized. It's about being, I want to say stuck and trapped, but it's not stuck and trapped. It's just about being immortalized in a blob of tree resin. And what does that do? It preserves, okay? It preserves, it suspends, it holds, it keeps for eternity. So the question we were asking from Spirit is, what else do you need to know about this blessing? What else is important and significant? So let's just do a recap. The blessing is already on its way to you. This blessing is already coming to you because it has to, all right? How will you recognize it? You will recognize it through destruction. You will recognize it through feeling as if everything is going wrong, as feeling as if everything is not happening the way it should be, where there's change and chaos and conflict and drama and all of those things. That's how you're going to recognize when this blessing is going to arrive by you, okay? Why do you deserve it? Because you deserve a happy family. You deserve a little bit of magic in your life. You deserve a little bit of all of that. And what else do you need to know? Well, this blessing has been preserved for you. It's been waiting for you. It's been waiting for you to find it. And maybe we will uncover this resin, this person, when we go through this situation here, when we go through this destruction, when we go through this major change, when we recognize the break, when we recognize whatever we've had to destroy and break in our lives in order to set ourselves free. That's when we're going to uncover this. That's when we're going to find this, okay? So the blessing that is there for you, it's already suspended in the resin. It's already being kept for you. It's already being held in that position. And when you find it and when you set it free, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be absolutely awesome. It's going to be full of magic, full of splendor, and full of wonder. And it's going to give you the opportunity to have the family that you want, that you need, and that you deserve. And it's all there for you. And that's why it's already in motion. So everything's heading in the right direction. Everything is exactly as it should be. So if your life is full of chaos and drama and conflict and problems and difficulties right now, just know that this is all part of the plan. Because if you don't go through the difficulties, how can you find the treasure? All right. So I love that. I am now picking up the what was it called? The Law of Attraction Oracle. And let's give it a shuffle. So Law of Attraction is all about attracting abundance, attracting positivity, attracting new opportunities, attracting all of these good things into our life. So as we're shuffling now, we're asking again from Spirit, what else do we need to know about attracting this blessing into our life? What else do we need to know about drawing it in and attracting this blessing into our life right here and right now? And it looks like this card is the one that wants to jump out at us. So we have this beautiful little birdie and the message at the bottom. Get my fingers out the way. My appreciation of it attracts its essence to me. I like that. My appreciation of it attracts its essence to me. There's a message on the back which I'm going to read to you, and then I'll turn the card over so that you can see it. And it says, an extremely effective use of your creative workshop is to ponder the aspects that you appreciate regarding your most important subjects. Utilize the workshop in this way accomplishes everything required for deliberate creation. So in your emotion of appreciation, you are allowing that which you desire to manifest into your life experiences. I think that's awesome. I'm going to put the card here like this. You can pause the video, write it down, take a screenshot, take a snapshot, take a photograph, do whatever so that you can work through that, because I do think that that is incredibly powerful words and guidance for you. And this ties in very strongly, wrong card. If my camera will now focus, there we go. So this ties in very strongly with the Eight of Spells, telling you that the change is coming. And it's also saying to you that as much as you're not in control of this, as much as you're not able to direct your airplane, as much as you're not able to direct where you go and how it happens, understand that you are in control, because your appreciation and your excitement, I want to add that, your appreciation and your excitement is what's going to attract the essence to you. So don't fear the destruction. Don't fear the collapse. Get excited for the rebuild. Get excited for the opportunities that the rebuild is going to allow you. Okay, get excited for those opportunities, and that will attract more positives into your space. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 3, I do hope you enjoyed your reading. I do hope you enjoyed your message, and I do hope that it inspires you to just accept the blessings that are there, even if they are clouded in a little bit of chaos and destruction. Trust the universe has your back. You deserve the happiness. You and your family deserve this, but the change is necessary in order to embrace and to attract and to have a better life for you and your family. So friends, with love and blessings from my heart to yours, until we connect again, you take care.